Alright, looks live.
Live. Yeah, just be sure if you open up the stream to
I muted it, yeah.
mute it.
Alright, if we're live, well then welcome everybody to our coverage of the 2022 Match Play Championship, which I say in air quotes. I am Bill Kafer here, and I am alongside Jeremy DePaulo.
Hello.
Not physically alongside, mind you. We are doing this off-site, so we both are in the comfort of our own homes. So we apologize for any disruptions that may occur. But yeah, we were able to get this going, so I'm pretty excited to watch a full day of Star Wars cards. How about you, Jeremy?
Definitely. Really sad that I couldn't make it to the tournament. I'm sure you are too. It was going to be really fun to hang out with everyone, but the world is still pretty crazy right now.
The whole COVID thing, you know?
Yeah.
So it looks like we had, if you hadn't seen, instead of the pods that I guess originally we had set up for a match play championship, we changed that to pods a couple weeks back, hoping that would get more attendance. And then in case you haven't seen it, as of yesterday, we had several cancellations, several COVID cases, things just didn't work out. So we changed the format again. This is just going to be a normal 8-round Swiss tournament. So we're expecting to see 8 games today between, the best players that are in attendance.
Some of the best players.
Some of the best players that are in attendance. We're waiting on, so because we're not on site, we don't quite know who this is that's getting ready to sit down and play, and that camera is not quite good enough for me to tell you who they are. But it looks like we've got our 2 players set up.
I already see an interesting card.
Do you?
Ice Planes and the Walker effect.
This is going to be a fun exercise in trying to figure out what card is what, especially with that glare. Alright, so it looks like our first matchup here is a Hoth Walker's Slip Sliding Away start versus a Anakin's Funeral Pyre heading for the Medical Brigade start, actually. Not let the Wookiee win.
Yeah, not let the Wookiee win. That's really interesting.
So the Walkers here getting the helper card in the North Ridge, being able to play Slip Sliding Away for the North Ridge now makes that an interesting deck. You don't have to worry about space anymore.
Okay, so it's Eric Hunter versus Cal Aldred.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That looks like Eric is playing Walkers. Just based on the pictures at the bottom, and Cal playing the Funeral Pyre start. That's unfortunate. Those 2 are teammates, and they were going to be in different pods, and now they are playing game 1.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Not sure what to call Cal's deck, so I'm just going to call it Anakin.
Anakin. Well, there is an Anakin deck, so maybe don't call it Anakin. Looks like Eric is starting You May Start Your Landing. That looks like a Mob Points combo and Imperial Arrest Order. So maybe he is going to go grab a system real quick that isn't Hoth. Carida or Brandili. And then Cal starting, like my father before me, Walkling and Insurrection. So depending on what Eric has in his build, I think that's going to be an interesting matchup because a lot of Cal's characters are not set up to fight Walkers. Probably going to be running several sabers, Finding something like Leia's gun is going to be important. Finding under attack if he plays it.
Anakin to Padme.
Anakin and Padme together, trying to take out those walkers, and then depending on how Eric builds it, maybe he's running like, do they have a code clearance? So you have your ability 3 Imperials that forfeit for like 9 each.
It's an interesting choice for her, because I feel like Escape Pod is pretty prevalent, and I feel like that just really shuts down a lot of the damage this deck could do. But I assume he's playing an extra grabber for that. Probably playing something special for that card specifically.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is interesting. We got 2 decks that I really haven't seen played recently, so should be fun. Any reason why you would play the Funeral Pyre without Let the Wookiee win?
I mean, so with Let the Wookiee win, right, you have to give up a battleground, either the Kashyyyk system or one of the 2/1 sites. And if Cal is just thinking, I don't want to do that, I want to be the one to set the tone, like the old Throne Room deck would do, right, where you play your battleground when you're ready. I think that would be the reason for it. I still think it's probably better to play the Kashyyyk system. I think that's what I've been doing with a lot of my Let the Wookiee win decks.
But yeah, I wonder if he's opted just to go with no space and just all ground.
Alright, so Eric taking his first turn here, he used mob points to grab a system. I didn't see if it was Carita. I think it was Carita.
I think you're right, yeah.
Grabbed a docking bay. It was going to go through his deck. Presumably, we missed it, and he grabbed Walker Garrison and the third marker.
Alright, so I assume that's Veer's V.
Yep.
So he lets you... Gotta pull him up, because I didn't... It's got interesting game text. Yeah, once per turn, may reveal from hand to deploy 6 marker or Blizzard 1 to Hoth. So that's going to help him accelerate his sights out. Yeah, there's Carita. Pretty good start for Eric here.
Yeah, another docking bay, too.
And is that Domination? Or Enforcement, I should say.
Cal's got a Wisa. Yeah, just looking through Cal's deck, I didn't see anything blue.
So yeah, just ground and pound main deck. Which we'll see how that fares against walkers. Yeah, like you said, the lightsabers are not going to be great in this matchup. I mean, he might have things like under attack, but you got to think that Eric's got answers for under attack.
Yeah. Alright, looks like pairings are posted to the forums as well. So it looks like we got 30 players. So that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, it looks like we got some notable matches. We got Greg Shaw versus Harpster.
Yeah, why didn't we get that on stream?
We got Scott versus Drew Lichtenstein.
Good to see Steve and Justin made it down. Albany guys made it down.
All right, good. I think this will be a good tournament here. Just to reiterate, it's actually 8 rounds of Swiss now and cutting to top 8 just due to the
challenges.
The challenges, yes. So tomorrow we will have match play.
Yeah, they're going to cut the top 8. They're also going to run a consolation tomorrow. I think they're going to try to run a sealed tomorrow as well. That got bumped from today.
Okay, so I do see Padme in Cal's hand, so she's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
If you compare it with Luke or Anakin or somebody.
Yeah, I think Cal's strategy here is to get somebody to... He's likely running Our Only Hope to pull the Yoda's Hut and the Death Star 2-2-2. So being able to get somebody to one of those interior sites where you can drain for 2 is going to be helpful too.
Yeah, Yeah, he could probably go pretty light to that side too. Knowing that
Yeah, I
Eric's
mean, just
playing a bunch
dropping
of
like
walkers.
right, like even if it's just like Luke and a saber there to drain for 3 until Decree hits the table.
Okay, so looks like Cal just played some sites, drew up, pretty typical for a mains deck here on turn 1. He got out his Boss Nest Chambers and the Hoth Docking Bay, but no Jedi Council Chamber, no Obi's Hut or Yoda's Hut.
Yeah, but that's
Okay,
still
so
not bad. I mean, he's activating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10's not great, but could be worse.
all right, so Eric plays Blizzard 1 with Veers to the 3rd marker. Blizzard 1V, right? The new set 17
That
card.
looked to be
Blizzard 1V is so while Veer's piloting, armor +1, draws 1 battle dice if unable to otherwise. And target Blizzard hits are forfeit equals 0, which I don't know. I don't know if Eric's playing weapons, but it's also immune to under attack, which is really important.
yes.
And it's armor 7.
He also added General Navarre to that pile too.
All right, so Cal's pulling Yoda's Hut with Our Only Hope. V. Already seeing some set 17 cards here. What are your thoughts on set
Maybe
17?
that's why they chose this matchup.
I feel like it's
I
really
thought it was
opened up the meta.
yeah. I mean, I was talking to Jeremy offline before we started about how I have lists of decks to build, and it's like things that I haven't built in a while. You build a big blue, set your course. You build Hoth Walkers. You build Dark Senate. And that's to say nothing of all of the new platforms that they came out with, especially for light side with the Skywalker saga. You have the dark side. You have the Revenge saga. I'm gonna call it.
Ooh, okay, so we see Jedi Council Chamber come down and Yoda's Hut. So now Cal's got all his activation out.
Yeah, just missing that too.
Yeah, and he'd probably hold that until he can play that strategically. Do you think he wants to fight this turn, or do you think he's just going to build his hand some more? And
Well, that's pretty formidable, right? You look at you talked about what Blizzard 1 did. Veers, I think, add the Destiny of Power while he's piloting there, right? Right? Am I making this up? Adds a Destiny to total power.
Yes, yeah, it's 1 Destiny to total power when piloting Blizzard 1.
That's something like 11, 12 power, plus a power Destiny, plus a battle Destiny. And you got to break through Navarre, who's forfeit 6 with a rest order out. You got to deal with something like Trample potentially, and that's not even talking about like barriers.
Yeah, command. But I did see I saw the verify on Cal's deck, so I definitely saw it under attack. Saw Clash of Sabers, which won't be good in this matchup.
Well, it won't be good right away.
Right away. He does have a Tantive in his hand.
Alright, so just drawing 1 card here, and then stopping. So definitely saving up to do something bigger.
Yeah, it looks like he's planning on dropping the house on probably the 3rd marker, I'm assuming.
Joe in chat confirming that the reason he's not on the let the Wookiee win is because it does give up a battleground. So
yeah, it's interesting though because you could just play the new epic event, right? The Skywalker Saga.
right.
I guess you could lose a bunch of characters. The ability to play a bunch of characters.
The biggest problem with that to me is you lose your activation package because you can't deploy non-battlegrounds except for like huts, right? So you can only pull Yoda's Hut. You can't pull Boss Nash Chambers. You can't even pull 1-0 docking bays. You can't pull Jedi Council Chamber, right? So your activation suffers a bit with that deck.
Okay, so it looks like he drained for 2. and ping for 1. Eric did. So we'll see what Eric has to reinforce this.
I mean, I think if you have command and you have trample, and even if you, like, maybe a barrier too, right? You can just start going to. You could drop somebody to the 4th marker too.
It looks like Blizzard 8.
Blizzard 8? Yeah, that's what, another 7 power?
Yeah. And notably, that's one of the images on the new PC deck boxes, which are sweet.
Ah. Everybody in attendance today will get one. It looks like he moved Navarre over to Blizzard 8 as well.
Do you have a favorite deck box?
I probably do. I couldn't even tell you which one I requested. They're all, like, incredibly nice.
Yeah, definitely one of the coolest things that PC has done in a minute.
I've already
So
got
huge shout out to JNap for setting all that up.
I've already got
Also, I want to shout out Robbie too for helping set up the stream last night.
I actually, at Worlds, they gave me one of the prototypes, the Blizzard 8 box, so I have one of those somewhere.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's my favorite one. I like the Blizzard 8 one a lot. All right, so we see Cal playing. He's playing Luke.
Okay.
And presumably you're going to see Padme and perhaps Lando.
Yeah, so that's a pretty strong attacking force, right? You have the Destiny to Attrition from Padme, you have the extra Destiny from Lando. I see he's got a Sense in his hand as well for a command or for a trample. So he is kind of set up here, but he's thinking about this Qui-Gon.
Interesting.
Well, Qui-Gon, it's big power, big forfeit, right? And he saved force for a turn, so he's got extra cards to work with there.
Okay, so Leia Organa V. Now she's pretty good against walkers too.
Yeah, that's gonna what? Oh boy, you're gonna make me look up cards.
So I think she has a Destiny to Attrition or power if with a leader.
Yeah.
Imperial leader. All right, so now we also see Padme. So right now it looks like Cal is getting 1 Destiny plus 2 Destinies to Attrition if he adds to Attrition with Leia.
Yeah,
all right, so yeah, here's the trample and the sense.
The grab sense. There you go. I was gonna say I was surprised he didn't grab it there, but
yeah. So Cal grabs trample and it goes.
Yeah, and deploying that force the way he did, right? That lets you you don't have to worry about command because you're only drawing 1 Destiny.
Yeah.
And now you could save your sense for that trample. So I think a pretty heads up play by Cal.
Yeah. But Eric did play both the sense shields, so Cal's gonna have to lose 2 plus the sense.
I mean, I think you're okay with that.
Yeah.
And I thought what was interesting is we saw him draw Luke Rebel Scout for Destiny, so he does have a mix of Lukes in the deck.
Yeah, and he decided not to redraw Luke, which you have that. Can you do that with sense, or is that only for Battle and Weapon Destiny?
You're making me look up cards again.
If just drawn for Destiny. So he decided not to take that Luke into hand. I guess he just really wanted to guarantee that sense goes through.
I saw he lost Rey and Might off the top, so that Might combos with that Leia that he's playing. He's probably running a Bale as well.
Destiny don't work
great for Cal. There is definitely a Luke in there, but there's also a bunch of characters in there. And like, sorry about the messes in there, the Saber's in there. Saber comes out, but
Yeah, average Destiny at best, but he does get the 1 out of there.
And you're going to draw 3, and you got 3 shots at that 6. You got a 4 in there in Yoda.
Okay, so Eric is playing a command. I guess he's adding a Destiny.
Yeah, that would make sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So here's Eric's Power Destiny is a 4. And Eric draws 2 Destiny. Well, Cal draws a Battle Destiny first. It's a 3 with the +1 from Luke.
Yep.
Is that?
And Eric draws us whatever that guy is. No
Is
trooper.
that Sergeant Major Bursk? And then draws a 4 and a 1.
Did he redraw that Mara?
I think he Sith Fury'd it, yeah.
Sith Fury did? Okay.
Yeah. And then Cal drawing 2, which becomes a 3, and then a 4 and a 4. So that's 11 attrition. That's going to be enough to kill Navarre and Blizzard 8, most likely.
Was Hayes playing this in the Outrider Cup? Or was he playing?
I think Hayes was playing Let the Wookiee Win, though.
So
Jared, I wouldn't be surprised.
Cal's not playing Let the Wookiee Win.
All right, so he actually lost Veers and Navarre and left the 2 walkers. And Cal lost Qui-Gon.
Okay, so pretty good for both players, I would say. I think they're both happy with this result. Just seems weird to say, but I don't know if Eric. I don't know what he can do to fight this stack here.
Well, I will tell you, one of the cards we saw, which we glossed over a little bit, was Sergeant Major Bursk, which he took into hand with Enforcement. And little known text on Sergeant Major Bursk is when he's in battle on Hoth, he adds 2 to attrition against the opponent.
Interesting.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
So that's interesting. That'll help out some of the Walker decks. Their Destiny isn't great. You have a lot of low Destiny characters. The Walkers themselves are low Destiny, so adding 2 to attrition is pretty good. But losing Veers here is kind of tough. Like, that was an extra Destiny to power that he's missing now.
Yeah, we'll see if Eric can reinforce or if he's got to move over to the 4th marker.
And if he does have to move, he's given up a drain of 3 because he doesn't have Decree up and running yet. But yeah, that choice of Leia, pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if he's also playing like a General Leia or Leia Rebel Princess as well. Sometimes you see a mix of characters in these decks.
Alright, so Eric here playing Blizzard 4. Gonna pull out a character. Now, one of the characters he drew was Stormtrooper Garrison. Tarkin was another one he drew for Destiny, so he grabs Tarkin. And then it looks like 6 Force for Vader. Nope.
Mara.
Admiral Ozzel onto Blizzard 1. So Mara outside too, so that's going to be...
Is she outside?
I can't tell.
Okay, looks like this is a battle. It looks like Mara is
Yeah.
swinging. Yeah.
So Mara hits Padme. Luke presumably going to swing at Mara.
Alright, just hit.
And does hit.
And doesn't look he has sorry about the mess.
Tarkin adding a Destiny.
And both the girls adding Destiny to attrition, I'm assuming. Well, he
Yep.
does have sorry about the mess, but decided not to make Mara instantly lost. How do you feel about that decision?
I mean, I think the power is irrelevant, right? Because so 11, 14 plus a Destiny to Cal's. Maybe it's not irrelevant.
Oh, he is playing it. Okay. Alright, so he loses Cassian off the top to make her last. Okay.
I mean, she did her
like,
job, right?
yeah, she did her job, so you're not really that upset as Eric. But as Cal, how much better is sorry about the mess getting in this matchup?
Right. Well, I could see like U3PO or something later. Very good Destinies here from Eric. Draws a 6 and a 5. That's going to clear the site. Oof. Cal drawing a 1 for Destiny. Oh,
he does have the Jedi alive.
So now a 7 for Destiny. And then a 4 for attrition and a 4 for attrition. So 15 total attrition here for Eric. And the site's going to be cleared for Cal. Is tough because that's 3 things.
Yeah. But as Eric, you kind of knew that was coming, right? You had to get through that. You had to get through that stack.
Well, so Blizzard 4 and Tarkin will cover 11, and then you still got to cover 1 more. I wonder if you don't throw Ozzel away. And just leave your 2 walkers there.
Alright, so is he retrieving with domination or enforcement?
Yeah, see, code clearance would have been huge here. Yeah, so Blizzard 4, Ozzel, and Tarkin.
Yep.
And that leaves him 7 power from Blizzard 8, whatever power from Blizzard 1.
7, I believe, as well.
Does that have a pilot now?
Yes.
No, it does not.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Okay.
So 7 power, still a Destiny from Blizzard 8, though.
Could have sworn they added a pilot to that Blizzard one, but...
Yeah, and so losing Padme here, which he probably has only 1, and losing that 1 Leia is tough now. He's got to continue to cut through walkers. I mean, even this turn, maybe just throwing Obi at the stack. Because your power 5 in a Destiny to Blizzard 8 is what? Power 8 in a Destiny? 6 in a Destiny?
Yeah.
I think you take that trade.
In his hand.
That's true.
So he could play a guy in Lando, and he knows he's safe for trample because Eric doesn't have any force saved. Yeah, Obi Lando seems like a pretty good turn for Cal.
And he does have force for that, right? He's getting 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14-ish force? 15-ish force? Alright, so Code Clearance Shield comes out for Eric, which is fairly telling that it's not in the deck.
Is that the shield or the effect? I can't tell.
He had split his shield, so... And it looks like Cal plays Walking Out of Play to retrieve Padme.
I think that's a wise decision. You're already activating a bunch, and she's really important.
So Solo, Obi,
And probably Lando.
yeah, that's a lot of force. And it does battle there. Cal down to a 3-card hand. Drawing 2 Destiny here. Looks like 5, 6.
5 and a
That's
6.
not bad. That'll clear Eric. Eric draws a 4.
And Cal choosing to lose Lando.
Yeah, just having to lose Lando. So losing both his walkers here for Eric.
Yeah, that doesn't seem great for Eric, right? What are his other options for walkers? We had appeals up too. He had appeal 2, it looks like.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Lando's 6 and 5 is 11, plus Solo is what, 3 or 4?
Yeah, Luke, so we believe code clearance is just a shield and not the effect.
Yeah, so that's a bunch of walkers going for Eric. A fairly small hand. We know he has Sergeant Major Bursk in his hand, but that's not really doing a ton here. Not by himself, at least.
So
I mean, still a decent pile of cards. Still a ways to go in this game.
I got Tempest 1 left, Blizzard 2 left, right? Probably another Blizzard 4.
Yeah. Probably a Blizzard Scout 1, which will not contribute to damage, but can help, fight people off. Trample's grabbed.
Looks like Bursk is still in his deck, actually.
There's more than one Hoth Trooper.
You gotta remind me what the other snowtroopers do.
Yeah, I don't know what they do or who they are. I'll go looking. I know they're from Special Edition. Narthax is the other one.
Okay, so...
He says, when in battle on Hoth with another snowtrooper, adds 1 battle destiny. And makes all of your snowtroopers immune to Ice Storm.
Okay, so we do see Narthax and Bursk in this battle. So he must be playing 2 of each of those guys. And Gideon. So Gideon got one of those guys out of his deck, actually.
Yeah, Gideon matched, and then he had Bursk in his hand, so that he's going to add a Destiny, and he's going to add 2 to attrition with those 2 cards. Drawing really well again, so drew 6-5 in that battle.
Interesting. Did he play... Oh, they're all in the walker? They must all be in the walker, right? Because he didn't.
Yeah, they're all in the walker. So drawn 6-5 allows him to win the battle. Cal drew a 3, so Gideon will go lost. Eric was able to retrieve Tarkin with enforcement, and then has a force for Blizzard 4 still. So that's a very productive turn.
Yeah, that's actually pretty sick. Snowtroopers.
Snowtroopers inside the walker.
Yeah, the fact that you can play both out of your deck with Blizzard 4 and Gideon, that's pretty good.
All right, so Cal again with a small hand. He's got 3 cards in his hand. 1 is a red card. 1 is Tantive 1, Tantive 4, and we don't know what the other one is. But he's not attacking this turn.
Yeah, looks like he's drawing.
So drawing 2 Lukes and a Yoda, and then a white border card that I can't identify. The Luke Saber.
There's
2/2.
the 2/2. So you might just have to play out the 2/2 and play Yoda, play something to space and try to race, but it's tough to race this blockers deck.
Those troopers are forfeit 5 each with arrest order out too, so it's gonna be tough to crack both of those to get the walker. Cal gonna go look for 3PO. I think it'll be interesting to see which 3PO he's playing. We won't find out. I can see him playing, 3PO with his part showing, but also in this list with the 2/2, the Death Star 2/2, a lot of people are playing the Premier C3PO, the virtual, to get the extra ping damage.
Now playing as placing his hands face up there, so now Eric knows about the 2/2. But you said they're teammates, right? So they have a pretty good idea what's in each other's decks.
Yeah, the poor the COVID car with Joe and Hayes and Kyle. They get to watch one game right here in the morning, and it's their 2 teammates playing each other.
So I draw 2 and ping of 1.
Seeing what we got here for counts. Yeah, there's still a lot of game to play here. 20 seems about right. I would say Eric has roughly the same, right?
Yeah.
I just got a text from Hayes that said COVID car checking in. Go Hoth troopers. Alright, so I missed who that was that got put in sideways onto the walker.
Yeah, did anybody see who that guy was in chat?
But Eric adding a passenger to the walker, fortifying a little bit. I mean, he's in decent position, right? Because he's doing 3 a turn, and Cal's got to do something about it to stop it. Hayes helping me out, estimating that Eric has probably 10 more cards than Cal right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's just had to lose stuff off table. He hasn't lost any force from anything else, right?
Yeah.
So Berm thinks I was cheer now. That went into the Blizzard 4.
Okay.
All right.
So we have another 6 forfeit, if nothing else.
Yeah. All right, so we see Luke.
Yeah, I think Cal had an interesting decision, right? He could have just thrown Yoda to the 2/2 and start to kind of push some damage, but he's going to go with Luke and presumably someone else.
I see Solo. I think that's Solo in his hand behind Yoda.
A second Solo?
He's actually playing Yoda.
Well, this gives him the best.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's right. That makes sense.
It's a use
so Yoda, that's
pretty good.
Yoda Luke together is going to be a bunch of power, right? Because that's what 6 and 6 is 12. You get Rey for another 4, gives it 16. You're going to add 2 to your Destiny with like my father and with Rey.
Do you think he's playing Gift of the Mentor?
That would be an interesting call. I don't think he's playing it.
Gift to the Mentor would add 2 Destiny here. That'd be pretty sick, but he only
Cal's
has
gonna
2
check his
cards in deck.
destinies. It's a 5 and a 4 for Cal's destinies. And he's only got 2 in reserve, so Gift isn't gonna get played here.
He does have Padme too. Okay, so this is pretty good attack force here. But he didn't leave enough to battle?
No, he's got like my father still. He's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so probably got Padme with Rey. So that's gonna give him what? Let's call it a 5 for Battle Destiny, which becomes a 7, and then 4 for attrition gets 11. So you're gonna get all 3 of the guys there.
Okay, so Eric plays sneak attack.
He put a card on top of his deck.
Yep. So Eric getting 2 Destiny here, and Cal getting a Destiny and a Destiny to attrition. So that's a 7. Oof. 6 and 5 for Eric.
6-5 like it's his job. And then the 4 for the attrition destiny. So Cal's going to owe 13 attrition, which is probably Rey and Yoda. And then Eric's going to owe 11 attrition, which is all 3 of his dudes. And I don't think the difference in power will matter. It was Chernu. Good luck, Berm.
So he couldn't play Trample there, Berm, because he didn't have any force saved, and Trample was grabbed.
So Eric only losing 2 guys, and I wonder where I went wrong. Oh, because it's 11. Okay, yeah. So, what's his name? The Admiral is forfeit 6, right, with arrest order?
I believe so.
Yeah. It's because I can't add is why he only had to lose 2 guys.
The council left over a pretty formidable force here with Luke and Padme.
It looks like Bursk is the one who stayed, so Bursk adds 2 to attrition.
We still haven't seen Stormtrooper Garrison yet, right?
We have not, no.
Okay, so Eric activated everything, and now he's playing Tarkin's Bounty.
He didn't activate everything.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, he's still got a lot of cards. That's probably, what, the 4th or 5th battle there?
Yeah, I feel like every turn both players have battled.
Definitely an entertaining game.
Thanks to V's, JNAP, and Joe for all subscribing with Prime. So if you're Eric here, what are you looking for with that Tarkin's Bounty?
Well, you gotta find a way to get rid of Padme again, right? Because she's gonna. You're battling into that. You're gonna have to lose things, and you want to get rid of Padme. So you're looking for a way to draw a second Destiny. You're looking for maybe your trample if you decide you want to try that route. You are looking for maybe Blizzard Scout 1 to cancel her text.
There's no escape. What did you get back one of those snow troopers?
Yeah, the other trooper.
That's pretty good. That was your second Destiny.
Rarely used special edition printed Hoth snow troopers coming into play here.
I mean, I've been impressed. I mean, they have a lot of synergy with, like I said, Blizzard 4 and Gideon.
And being a leader for Tarkin's bounty, coming in clutch.
Yeah.
That's a biker scout trooper. I don't know which one though. I would guess Barrack.
No, it's not Barrack. Let me find out. Hold on. The Dresselin? No, it's not.
Right, it's not Barrack.
Give me a sec. I will find it.
All right. Well, they did battle. Eric drawing a 5 and a 1, which he redrew, and then into another one, so 6 total, which is 8 total attrition. Cal adding a Destiny to attrition, drawing a 5 and a 6, it looks like. So that's going to be 12 attrition for Eric to cover, which is all 3 guys. And it was 8 for Cal to cover, so he lost Luke and the Saber, and Padme stands alone at the 3rd marker. Blizzard 4 was able to stay for Eric. He moves over to the North Ridge.
Free, right? Free move to that one?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so Padme hold it down the 3rd marker, just like in the movies.
It could have been Tarkin. I only saw it real quick and I just saw it be redrawn. But yes, you are correct. If he had drawn Tarkin and kept Tarkin, he would have had 8 total Battle Destiny and +2 attrition from the Trooper. It would have cleared both.
Yeah, I wonder if Cal's gonna try to go to space this turn, or just reinforce the 3rd marker.
I think he reinforced the 3rd marker. We know he has a Luke in his hand. So I think he just put Luke down.
Yep, and the Sabers in his deck.
Grab that Saber, yeah.
Oh.
Luke actually coming to the 4th marker. Well, you figure Luke with a Saber at the 4th marker is immune to 7, so we haven't seen any 7s in Eric's deck. We've seen a bunch of 6s, a bunch of Emperors, but that Luke is probably safe and then can move over to the 3rd marker after getting rid of Blizzard 4. And yeah, Nick, I think I agree. Like a lot of Eric's deck has been very high Destiny, so redrawing that 3 to get Tarkin into hand, you do play the odds there, and do not expect to draw the 1.
Okay, so Blizzard 4 dies.
Yeah, so Luke clears out Blizzard 4. I'm going to spend 1 to consolidate at the 3rd marker.
Been a really swingy game, because now looks like Cal is in control now. I don't know how many cards that Eric has in hand.
Yeah, look at the other camera. I mean, it looks like a fairly healthy hand of at least 5 cards, so. Is this a command to get Veers out of there?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Alright, so we know he's got Veers, we know he's got Tarkin. If he can get the 2 of them on a walker, you're in business here. Assuming you can draw 10 total. And looking at Cal's hand, I see a lot of red. I don't see much in the way of characters. Looks like Cal only has about 12 force left and 8 or 9, 10 in hand. And like I said, I just tried to look at it. It looked mostly red.
Yeah, I see a blast reflection, which probably not great.
That one character looks like it could be Bale. So if Eric's able to clear this Luke and Padme, he might be in business here.
Look, we got a few results coming in. Greg Shaw defeated Steve Harpster. Justin Desai defeated Jason Rindo. Vinny defeated Lenny. And Winston Pluckett defeated Jared Konsker.
Alright, so Eric's thinking about his turn here. Thinking about the best way to tackle this problem of Luke and Padme at his third marker. He decides the best way to do that is to play the Emperor's Shuttle and Emperor to Carida. So thinking he could probably take that drain of 3 for a turn, right? He hasn't really been drained this entire game. Anything he's lost has come from table.
Yeah, I wonder if he has something like Tarkin's Orders to cancel it. Oh
well,
no, that's not Hoth. Never mind.
Yeah. Tarkin sends his orders all the way to Hoth. Maybe you should design Tarkin's orders V.
Maybe.
It's interesting that he went this turn though too, because it does look like Cal is setting up to go Bale and Tantive to Carida next turn. So,
Like quite a mercenary.
yep, I think he's just throwing cards back here. He's only got 12 in his reserve, so that adds 2 more to it. Looks like Wisa got grabbed.
Yeah, at this point, if you're Eric, I don't think you're afraid of any other interrupts. You just don't want him to cycle that Wisa for the rest of the game. Okay, so transfer 3. Garrison. Another enforcement. And Sith Fury. Okay, so Cal is playing Jedi Love Lost. We'll see who he gets. Who do you like here? I know he's got like Rey and Solo.
Rey is good, generally. Leia might be the play just for that extra Destiny to attrition. Someone like Obi who can hold a 2/2 isn't a bad choice either. He grabbed Hera.
I think it was Hera, yeah. So it looks like he's going to battle in space this turn with Hera and Bale.
Well, he had no reserve deck, so he's probably not doing it this turn.
Good point. Good point. Yes, Walkling is popped already, bro.
Walkling is lost pile. Yeah, so Jedi Love gets stacked on Road Cleaner Shield. And that was pretty much Cal's turn. It's tough though, right? Because Cal only has 12-ish cards in Life Force, so he's going to spend 4 for Tanev, 4 for Hera, 2 for Bale to attack that Emperor Shuttle.
Yeah, and you're risking that Eric deploys another character up there, but then again, it's only a drain of 1 at the system.
Yeah.
So winning that damage race. Okay, so I'm not sure what I saw Decree go in the last pile.
Yeah.
Is he playing? Did he play tactical support? Is that what he did?
No, that's from his lost pile.
Oh, Karita. Okay, thank you. Using Karita's game text. The synergy with these snowtroopers.
You can't kill them. Well, you can kill them. They just come back. Alright, so Eric with no reserve deck this turn. Brings down Tarkin. The Trooper. I'm going to assume it's Bursk, who adds 2 to attrition. Veers, who adds a Destiny with Tarkin, or enables Tarkin to add a Destiny. And EPP Vader.
You see that Clash of Sabers in Cal's hand.
Yep, gonna use it here. I think you clash Tarkin here. Or Vader. I think they're both pretty good ways to clear out your stack. So
Yep. So Tarkin gets clashed. We'll probably just see Hera come down to the 3rd marker.
So he's gonna need what? 2 Destiny to swing, 2 Destiny for Destiny and attrition, and then Hera would add another Destiny and potentially a redraw.
Yeah, I don't know if he had enough force to save 5 in his reserve deck.
Yeah.
So he might just be drawing the Destiny here and not swinging.
Alright, able to put a card down with like my father.
With Fletcher back to make him pay 1 for his Destiny draws.
Yep.
Weapon Destiny draws.
It looks like that is 1 to battle. So no Hera or anything.
Well, if you were going to play Hera, you probably should have just left 5 in your reserve deck, right? Maybe he did. I just can't see
I think he did, yeah. Alright, so he swung at Vader and hit him. Eric's going to add a Destiny with Command. Cal adding a Destiny to attrition. So unless Cal's Destinies are terrible, he's going to clear the site. So he draws a 6 and then a 1. And Eric draws a... Is that surface defense? So a 5 and a 3.
Did Eric not swing with Vader? Or did he swing? Who did he swing at?
I don't know that he swung.
Well, it looks like we got a handshake, so it looks like Eric won this game.
Yeah, Eric was able to draw 10 attrition there, so that clears Cal. And Cal had no characters in the hand other than Hera, so I think he just decided it was time.
Yeah, we see Eric defeat Cal Aldred with this pretty sweet build, I gotta say.
Yeah, those troopers. There's a lot of synergy going on.
Yeah, this is not a deck I was expecting coming into this tournament.
The Hothwalkers.
Yeah.
Well, so everybody thinks that Darkseid is so bad right now, or like that was kind of like the prevailing wisdom that I heard, right? And I just feel like they have a lot of options that are unexplored. So like this, I think is an interesting deck. I think the Set Your Course deck is interesting. I think Senate is unexplored. I wouldn't be surprised to see Senate today. And then you have all your standbys like Bring 'Em Before Me and Carbon Chamber Testing and what else is going to be played?
Collectives.
Shadow Collective, right? So Dark's pretty wide open, and I think that's tough for a lot of the light decks.
Yeah, it presents a lot of different ways to deal with it, right? Because you got your big blue and Sigfa and some of your mains decks. It's hard to account for everything.
Yeah. All right, let's look at some of these updates here. Looks like Mike Kessling won his game. Matt Sokol defeated fellow Albany player Aaron Kingery.
David Woods over Vikram.
Yep. And we just saw Eric beat Cal.
So matches still going on. Jeffrey Johns versus John McFarland. Scott Langrell versus Drew Lichtenstein. So we got Charlie versus Mike. Chris Worst versus Michael Thomas. Wayne Cullen versus Baroni. Chris Twig versus Barry. And Andrew versus Justin. So
yeah, still a couple games going on.
All right, so I think we'll take a quick break and come back when the next match starts.
Yeah,
should be probably in about next half hour, I would assume.
It should be pretty soon, right? I mean, I don't know when they actually started game one, but
yeah, I think they started at 10:20, so the round should be wrapping up here pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll take a couple minute break and we'll be back.